Well, here we are, Saturday Scuffles 2, and this is a bit of an odd day. We had BRINK come on Steam the Steam free weekend, just like Dino D-Day did for episode 1. A very highly anticipated FPS game. I was eager to play it, and it's just turned out to be pretty crappy. And we've got Double here playing with me. What's up?
What's up?
So yeah, I mean, I knew a little bit about BRINK than everybody else who was interested in playing this game from the site, and I mean, it has a lot of features. It was advertised to do that. You could do parkour, you could jump up on railings, things like that, climb things, all kinds of awesome features. But I saw a few reviews, and they just tore this game apart. And I mean, some people would backlash with their own reviews saying this game's not as bad as everyone's saying, but this game is, I mean, it's bad. It's hard for me to even call a shooter bad. I love all the crappy shooters, and this is just horrible in my eyes.
I think the developers just went over their heads with this one. It seems like they tried to cram everything into one game, and it just didn't really come out right.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem for me is just the feel. I mean, if it doesn't matter how crappy or unbalanced a shooter is, as long as you're running around and it feels right, and the guns feel powerful or they feel nice. Not so much powerful, but they just feel nice. Like, I mean, Bad Company 2, everyone complains in the beginning that, oh, my gun feels so weak, which sure it does, but it's doable. It's fine. You get used to it. This game, I just can't get used to any of the guns. They're just not fun to use.
And people always complain that Battlefield in general is like slower than things like Call of Duty, but man, this thing is just one step slower if you think that's slow.
Yeah, and I'm playing. They have 3 body sizes. You got light, medium, and heavy, and I'm playing the medium right now. And boy, I mean, I can't even see like a huge difference between run and walk speed. It's just to me, a sprint should be a lot faster, especially in a game where like parkour and running around the map is supposed to play such a huge role.
Yeah, that's the weird thing when you have all this weird parkour stuff along with also having this sluggish pace. It seems mismatched.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing a lot of people were saying was a lot of the guns feel the same, or they feel exactly the same, or whatever. You know, they're somewhat exaggerating. Which, I mean, you can see small differences, you can feel small differences, but overall they feel very similar. And like they might have a single fire rifle, and it just feels like crap. They might have a 3-round burst rifle. It just feels like crap. Every gun just feels like crap, with the exception of this SMG. I kind of like the feel of this SMG, and that's it. Shotguns are extremely weak. I don't know if you played with any of that stuff, though, but really, when I was playing all the single-player stuff, I was pretty much just going with the SMG and a heavy machine gun because everything just seemed worthless.
I've used one gun, and it's like an assault rifle. It's sort of like what I'd imagine would be the M4 in this game, and that's the only thing I've even bought.
Okay.
I've picked up other guns, but they all just seem either weird or the same.
But okay, let's talk some of the game mechanics, I guess, because there's just so much to talk about. I mean, you got a lot of people compare this to a lot of people compare this to like Team Fortress. I mean, which is fine. You know, compare games to whatever, but comparing this to Team Fortress is fitting because it is class based. You got 4 classes. Each are supposed to give each other buffs. One guy can make one character do more damage. Another guy can make your teammates have more health. Things like that. And you're supposed to do objectives. Like I'm playing assault. If we have the objective to blow up a barricade, only my assault class can do that. Which is kind of interesting. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, Double?
Well, I don't really think the classes play too much of an impact. I mean, you do need a little bit of each class, but for the most part, I think it's most important to have a lot of medics. And other than that, maybe have couple engineers. I mean, the main thing, just have medics so you can keep reviving.
And then just get, if you gotta have an assault guy rush the, blow up a target, okay, then have someone who can actually get there, pick assault or something. Switch from the useful class.
Yeah.
But each class they also have character abilities. Like my guy right now, I'm playing assault. He can turn his grenade into a Molotov. I could throw a Molotov instead of a standard grenade. But how?
That's the assault class, right?
Yeah, that's one of my abilities I could do.
Okay, I think I'm just a normal soldier right now, but as the other class medic, you have the revive thing to give to people. You can buff people's health and heal your own health, which I think is probably the best.
For single player, definite. I mean, for single player, there's almost no reason not to choose the medic and a heavy character. That's how I saw it. Except maybe if, okay, I gotta blow up this base and my teammates aren't doing it or something. But I mean, come on, how often does that happen? And I'll talk single player later. I might even show some horrible footage from it. But like, yeah, like engineers can place turrets just like they can in Team Fortress. But I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know exactly. I've put 5 hours into this game so far, okay? Because I want to give it a chance, but they could place turrets down, and I don't know what it is, but you can run right in front of like an enemy's turret, and it just doesn't do anything for a while. I don't know why they did it that way.
I ran up point blank to a turret and just shot it down.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's sitting there waiting to home in on you. Like you have to stand in its line of sight for a while before it targets you. But it's just stupid, and it just feels slow and wrong. Because at Team Fortress, you set up your turret, and if it's a light turret, they do have different degrees of turrets strengths, but they all look the same as far as I can tell.
And they actually do different things too.
Oh yeah?
The first one slows people. The first one slows people down, and then the second and third level will actually push someone back.
Oh wow. So
the first, actually, if you leave the sentry as the first one and use the engineer shotgun, it's actually a really good combination. It slows them down so they can't really get to you, and you can just shotgun them. The second and third one, it's good for like area denial if you want to put it in like capture the flag area.
Are you talking Team Fortress or this game?
Team Fortress.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because the actual interesting game. Yeah, I'll try the turrets in this round. I don't know, they seem really weak.
You may need to unlock it, I don't know, but like yeah, in Team Fortress, if you just throw up a light turret, sure, if I run right in front of your light turret, guess what happens? It's gonna shoot at me. It might not do a whole lot of damage or something, and I might be able to escape it, but I see it's immediately tracking onto me and doing something. In this game, the turrets are just sitting there not doing anything. I don't understand. And why can't I start this game? Okay. And sure, I need to play more, and you don't understand the whole thing. But first impressions on this game are just really bad. And I mean, I'm fine with going into games that are very heavy on the information and intricacies and how to play it and learn to play. But this game, it's like it just has no common sense to small things, just like that turret, for example. When you just look at it, you have no idea what's wrong. You just look at it and go, what is wrong with this? But they do have this, I don't know if you've seen it, Double, but a mission wheel thing, so you can tell your teammates, I'm going to go guard the door, while your teammates can work on other objectives. Basically, go ahead.
It's basically teamwork for consoles. Well, I think that's why it was put in.
You're feeling this game is really based for consoles, and we're just getting like a PC port?
You know, it might actually not be that bad on console.
Ah, okay, that's a good point.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, games like this are definitely made for consoles. So it's just all sluggish and weird on PC, maybe. I don't know. That's sort of how I thought Modern Warfare 2 was on PC. It's just,
Yeah, it would be excellent on console compared to all the console games, but just after playing FPS on PC for 9 years, it just loses its appeal.
yeah, I understand completely. Another thing that's weird about this game is a lot of the abilities don't really do much.
Yeah, it really feels like that.
It's just like a bunch of useless. Like there's one where it lets you shoot your grenade when you throw it to make it blow up soon.
Right,
And
yeah.
I was thinking, why not just cook the grenade and do the exact same thing?
Like, because I've got all my ability stats or whatever ready to level up, and I'm still just keeping, like, I'm not purchasing a lot of stats or abilities because they just seem useless, and I'm just waiting for something somewhat useful to appear. When I first started up, I mean, you do have a lot to choose from, like shoot your own grenade, see where an enemy's shooting you if they're not in your sight or something. And all I did was purchase like one ability, which was sprint and reload at the same time. Everything else seemed kind of useless.
That is the exact same one I purchased. That was the only one I bought yet. I'm not even getting use out of that. I don't think I've used that once.
I use that. I use that all the time, but the way the game is played, multiplayer and single campaign mode, which is campaign is just bots in multiplayer, and supposedly you could play with your friends, but we couldn't get it working. Is you got some primary objectives, like right now I have to escort this guy and the enemy has to destroy him, and you can see that my primary objective is to escort him, and I can tell my team that's what I'm going to do. But there's also some secondary objectives like capture a supply command, capture a, I guess, guard the lift generator. I don't really know what that does. They'll have like capture a health command post, and those are like side missions you can do to give your team more health or a little bit more power. So that's kind of, I mean, the gameplay is pretty interesting, having primary objectives and then secondary objectives. You know, do I go and complete the secondary objectives? Will it help me on the primary? Should we just focus everything on the primary? But it's just, I don't know. The game itself just doesn't work out for me. It's just a little too boring.
What was the SMG you were using that you said was pretty good?
The if you read them to me, I could tell you.
Is the one that
the titles?
Is it the one that looks like the UMP? It's like called the Galactic or something?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I just equipped that. I'll try it.
But yeah, you could slide and stuff, and I mean they got plenty of abilities, a good amount of classes, weapon customization, character customization. I'm not super impressed with those, but I mean this game has a whole lot of stuff, and it just turns out to be a big letdown. It feels too slow. Just the feel of it's all wrong. If I use like, for example, if I use the 3-round burst rifle, the sounds it makes are off. The sounds in the game can be off at times. Like, it's supposed to be a 3-round burst, so when you pull the trigger, it goes da-da-da, right? 3 shots, da-da-da. It makes like 5 shots, like da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. It just doesn't make any sense.
This SMG is really good.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't think I'd use any other SMG. I mean,
I don't think I'm using any other gun for a while.
Right, yeah. I keep comparing everything to this SMG. And I'm slowly escorting this guy around, and maybe it's just because it's a free weekend and everybody doesn't really have a clue on what's going on. But I mean, how many enemies have I really seen in this whole time of escorting this guy? Like 2 or 3. And this is pretty much how single player is. You basically just sit in one place near an objective or slowly escort a guy. The most exciting thing is when you gotta carry a briefcase, but it's just so slow.
Where is the submission menu or whatever you're talking about?
I don't know what your button is. My button is G. It pulls up a wheel on the screen.
Okay, that was a grenade for me, so that's definitely...
Try E or F or...
Oh yeah, another weird thing. Cutscenes in multiplayer. I actually have it.
Yeah, it's Medal of Honor did the same. It's all right.
That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I don't really care about that.
I mean, things I do like what do you like about this game? Things like, is there anything at all?
Um, I mean, classes are kind of cool in general in games, but there are a lot of other class-based games I'd rather play.
Cause I really like the world and the character design, and also like the menus and all. I really like, to me, because I'm in this whole web design, graphic design world. It's really cool. The characters stand out, and the menus they're just sleek and nice, and that all stands out nicely.
It's definitely a polished game. It's just by like, I don't know, just the whole core of the game and the general mechanics doesn't seem completely settled.
Right. Boy, oh boy. I mean, I've seen reviews and things, and people are just bashing everything. The graphics are horrible. They're not bad.
No, I'd say these graphics are very good. I think if there's anything this game did right, it was the graphics.
Definitely. Whew, but oh boy, they also have a single player campaign, which I talked about, which is basically just multiplayer with bots with some cutscenes. And I mean, also, like, sometimes I would fail the missions. Like, I need to move the briefcase, and I couldn't do it. I have like 9 minutes to do it, and I just didn't succeed. And yet I still win. I don't understand.
That sounds just weird. An objective game where you can ignore the objective.
Right. Okay, this guy.
And you can't shoot through glass?
No, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's just a game choice of the developers.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I just wasn't suspecting.
But also they have challenges. They advertise challenge mode to hone your skills, and you got to do the challenges to unlock like your weapon customization and a few items. But there's only 4 of them, and of those 4, then they have varying difficulties. But really, it's just you're doing the exact same challenge again, just with harder bots. So it's not a very intricate challenge system. It's nothing like it easy. There's nothing that really eases you into the game. They do have a like video or tutorial system thing that it'll explain a lot of the aspects if you watch through them. I didn't watch through them, but
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did not. I didn't care.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we've played games like this, so we're all right. But there's nothing that really eases you into this game. I mean, when you start out, they give you this little cutscene on the story. You know, you have 2 factions. One team wants to save the Ark, the other team wants to escape it, and it says choose which side you want. And both sides seem appealing to some extent. And you right off the bat you got to decide, okay, which side am I going to join? But all it gives you is one little introduction cutscene, and that's it. And really, that decision you made did nothing but choose which cutscene you got in the beginning. You can still play both sides in the campaign. You can still customize both characters. It makes no sense. And one thing I remember, I thought this game was gonna be a little better, like where we had these 2 different factions. We had a militant government-run faction, and then we have the rebels, poor people, whatever. And they use like homemade weapons, homemade guns, things like that. That's what their tools were. Where the militants had latest and greatest military hardware. But that's not the case. Everybody just uses the same guns, which was kind of a letdown for me.
Do the abilities at a certain point start giving you a very large advantage? Like once you start getting a lot of them? Or...
Of the character abilities?
Yeah.
I Of course they do, but I don't know if it's a very huge advantage.
Right.
Cause like right now we have, I've got 2 extra little tidbits of health, which it's not a huge amount, but it might save me from being hit like a bullet or 2.
Was that the buff your health thing?
Well, right now my team has control of a health station, if I'm reading that right, and then it also says I'm a heavy character, but I thought I chose the light character. Huh. Oh well. Maybe you have to choose for both. Oh yeah, that's it. I only went back to normal character for one of the sides. You have to customize both sides if you want to if you want to change.
Wait, so what is heavy, medium, and light? I haven't even heard about that yet.
Okay, well, light can only use like light weapons. I guess maybe SMGs. I really don't know. I didn't really play light, but their main strength is, and they might have a little bit less health. I'm not sure on that, but their main strength is they're faster and they can do all the parkour stuff a lot faster.
Is that like good for engineer using an SMG and stuff?
I don't know. I mean, really, I mean the way I see it, it just comes down to what's the best weapon. I wouldn't say play engineer with light because SMGs would be best. I mean, if there's an assault rifle that's definitely better, then I would probably say the assault rifle's the way to go. But you know, since you can't customize your classes and your weight, you can make some different class strategies. Maybe it's good for engineer because maybe it's good for engineer because you gotta defuse the bomb, you know, so you want to get there as fast as you can.
Okay, yeah. What is an operative exact?
Is he one of the other classes?
Yeah, I just switched to it, but it seems like I can't do anything.
He's like the spy in Team Fortress somewhat. He can all I know is he can look at dead people on the ground and he can take their appearance on or something. And he's like a hacker. If you have a hacking mission, he can do that, but that's really all I know he can do.
Can he do anything like team-worthy in like a normal straight-up firefight, or just shoot?
Nothing blatant that I saw. And I mean, when we've been playing, this is the first game where I've actually seen people playing as him. Last night, nobody was playing as that guy.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And yet, how many people play or at least try the spy in Team Fortress? Like everybody.
Everyone and their mom plays spy.
But okay, back to classes. Your medium guy, he can carry, you know, assault rifles, or you know, he's just the average guy, middle of the two. The heavy guy, he is a lot slower. He has a tad bit more health. He can carry heavy weapons like heavy machine guns, which I didn't really feel were that great for multiplayer. He could shoot an automatic grenade launcher, but he cannot like climb high objects, so his parkour is a little bit limited. But those high objects are like above head level, and honestly in this game, I mean in multiplayer, I'm not really coming up on many situations where I'm even doing that. Wait, whoa, hold on. If I'm playing heavy, I shouldn't be able to climb this, I don't think. Oh well.
Who cares?
Yeah, so I guess that pretty much sums up this game. BRINK is just I mean I would not recommend this to anybody, really. I recommend Soldier Front over this with all its lag problems and everything.
Which and I don't even think Soldier Front has much of a community anymore.
Oh, it never really did.
No, it did. They're just jerks.
I mean, oh man. Oh.
Do you know any of these maps? I mean, the container one's kind of fun, but do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I got the basic understanding of it, just because you play them in campaign and all that. But yeah, so I mean, map design, what I can't really comment on. I don't like commenting on the maps until I've played it for, you know, many, many, many hours. So I guess that's it. Well, I'll show off a little bit of the campaign, just to show you how boring it is and how dumb those bots are. But yeah, thanks for bearing with me in this horrible game, Double.
No problem.
And yeah, this Friday fight, or what? No, not Friday Fight Night. Saturday Scuffles. We try to play, you know, a good variety of games, and this is one that a lot of people look at, and it's appealing at with the trailers and all, but in the end, it just doesn't cut it.
A lot of people, after seeing the trailer, thought it was going to be really good.
It was, man. Oh well. At least I don't have to spend any money on it. Well, here's a campaign mission, and I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I can pretty much, yeah, great. Okay, I can disable the maintenance bot, or I can defend the entry gate, and if I just defend the entry gate, I'm literally going to be standing there for 4 or 5 minutes if they destroy it. If not, I'll be standing there for like 8
challenges
minutes.
Suck too.
Double doesn't even know I'm recording. What was that? I'm recording now. What was that?
I'm recording now. Oh, you were recording?
No, keep going.
Challenges suck too.
Yeah, they do. There's only 4 of them, and they're just boring.
It's just, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're only going to make 4 challenges and just change the difficulty on the bots, then they better be some really good challenges.
I mean, even Modern Warfare 2, Spec Ops, there are more than 4. I mean, there's a lot.
And every one of those is a lot more fun than anything you'll find in this. I don't even know what like the most boring mission on Modern Warfare 2 is, but I'm sure it's a heck of a lot more fun than this game. So okay, I gotta destroy this bot, and basically I'm just gonna stand right next to it and melee it or shoot it, whatever. And I play with the bots on normal. I start up the game and I just play. Yeah, let's start with the campaign, because that's what I do in shooters with story mode. And it's just, I mean, look at that bot right there. He's just totally retarded. Look at him. He's not shooting me. I've got like 3 enemies right in front of me, not really doing a whole lot to fight me. They're focused on that up there. And I mean, it's like 1942's campaign was a lot smarter with the bots and everything, and I mean that was back in 2002.
I think in the attempts to make bots more advanced, it just makes them more glitchy.
Well, yeah, they'll get super overpowered. I know that's for sure. But it's not like these bots are just toned down. It's like they are seriously dumb. Like, I mean, many times you'll play games on easy mode or whatever, and the enemy will pop out. He'll like look at you, but he won't shoot immediately, or he'll miss a lot of shots. This one, it's like I've seen my teammates and the enemies just kind of run circles around each other for a bit before they even notice they're there. It was unbelievable. Oh, another thing. I gotta try and find a turret. If you ever use a heavy machine gun turret, they just feel so awkward, man.
Oh, I built one as an engineer. I didn't actually use it. It seemed unusable. I figured it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, again, it shoots very fast. Like the sound for it is very, very fast, just like that, right? But the bullets come out at about half the rate or a third of the rate of the sound, and they're inaccurate. They're weak. It's unbelievable. You're better off using the SMG than the heavy turret. That's kind of what I kind of figured. Yeah, there's one other thing at least. Oh well, I can't really think of it, but yeah, I mean this is it This game definitely feels, like you said off the mic, that it's, well, what'd you say about this game? It's a good game, but...
It's a good game, but it seems like they just crammed too many things into it at once, and in the end, it just didn't work.
Uh-huh. Quite sad, really. This could have been a great game. Oh, and
It really could have.
you know, a lot of the people that do like it, they say, well, it's a lot of fun, and if you get two teams of people who know what they're doing, it's a very intricate team play system. You really got to work with your teammates, which I understand, but then again, every game is like that. Every shooter's like that. You've got to work with your team. Well, to some extent, I mean, some maybe not so much, but at a level where everybody knows what's going on, then of course the game's going to be fun, no matter what game you're playing.
Even the crappiest game, because it's still team.
Oh yeah, I mean we'd go out and buy kids games just because they're a heck of a lot of fun to play with your friends. Well, that's it. And see, I mean, again, this is probably a moderately fun mission where the enemy is escorting a bot, so that means the gameplay is supposed to be moving along the map. But again, I am just standing by this thing the whole time. And this is normal mode. It's not like I'm trying to play on easy. And I mean, normal should be a little bit more difficult than this. Oh well, that's it. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Goodbye.